Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're
turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Got his man. Across the 25, he's got room. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating.
He's going for the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cuse.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week. But you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will go to work for the first time today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Daniel.
It was not a good performance, and this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better, and they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, they understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game, we've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
The run from the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The give to the tailback. Makes it past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays. But how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They marched 78 yards down the field. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Now on second down. Trying play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. To the air, it's Pratt. Rushes on him. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Takes a handoff. It's Moran. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Can't get him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, the power run here. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on first and 10. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. The tap. Touchdown, Syracuse. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Tulane is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Green Wave offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up 14 over Sam Houston. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Power football with the run. Gets it past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fakes to grab. That's a 40. There he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
14, Georgia Tech, 7.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, give on the inside. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this ground.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series carries last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking to pass. It's Pratt. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll go to work in the air on second down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They even things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. The give out of the gun. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Now he's looking to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Breaks into the open. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to move the sticks on 4th down. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down.
Encroachment defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Right back to the well. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Out of the gun, the inside give. Across the 25. Oh, he's got some space. And he will score. The question now, will it count check out the laundry on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. The Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. They'll run it from the gun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got the quick pass. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. First down, 10 yards to go. They're going to ride this running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Powers through. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Pratt. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10. This time it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fights off a defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Picks up the first down. What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this team.
Headed to the end zone.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Back to pass, it's Pratt. For 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Right down the boulevard. Syracuse forced to settle for the field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 14 to Marshall. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Phillip?
Turning it on! He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sims. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Now on third down for this offense. gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
Using the quick game. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. Offense working from the pistol. On the run, it's wide. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. There he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this.
Lost one deep down the right side. He makes a grab. Will score! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it and making the big touchdown pass.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Under fire. The Sweet Feet buy a little time.
Man, and that's crippling to a drive. 2nd and long, I got to get rid of the football, get some positive yards, set up a better 3rd down. Now it's 3rd and eternity, and the defense has them right where they want.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Orange will have to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
38, Syracuse, 17.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way.
Breaks into the open.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Moving out of the pocket. And some room to work. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the 1st down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is, though, you just love him to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward of having a better understanding of the situation in game.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Pratt. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Face to grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Yellow Jackets trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on to the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Looking to throw, it's Pratt. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab inside the 30. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They'll leave it with him. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They'll run play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. The defense takes matters into its own hands. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Wise. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.